What's up, everybody? Wes and Pete here at Lucas Oil Stadium from PackersNews.com for the final day of media availability of the 2014 NFL Combine. Joined alongside Pete Doherty. Pete, Chris Borland finally made his appearance today, the Wisconsin inside backer. Mentioned he had talked informally with the Packers. What do you think about him? I mean, he's very productive at the college level. Is he a guy that could translate to the NFL?
Well, it looks like he's going to be a pretty high pick. It sounds like there's a decent chance he goes in the second round. So that's a really highly regarded prospect. It's interesting. The last time the Packers drafted a short inside linebacker, it was DJ Smith, 5'10 and a half. They ended up cutting him after 2 seasons, and they thought the height was a real liability there. But Borland's a little taller. He's about an inch taller. He's 5'11 and a half, still under 6, which is far less than ideal. But he's really instinctive and plays fast, and a lot of teams like him. We'll see if the Packers do.
The Packers going to have to make some decisions at safety. Want to jump into that a little bit. Let's go back and look at Micah Hyde, though. Mike McCarthy telling you in that one-on-one you had that this is a guy that actually could. He wants to have him as a 3-down player, could look at him as a safety. Do the Packers move forward with Micah Hyde there, or do they need to draft a guy like Kelvin Pryor, Clinton Dix, somebody that can make an impact there on that back end?
I think both. It sounds like Hyde's going to get a good look at safety, but even if he does, he's going to be playing nickel or at least dime in some packages. They'll need to bring in another safety for that, and maybe if they can draft somebody who's better, they'd play ahead of him. You were taking a look at the safeties. Did anybody jump out at you?
Well, Kelvin Pryor I thought was really interesting because you don't see this from a lot of guys. He actually expounded a little bit upon teams that need safety help. He said Green Bay was one of them, and there was a couple other that he mentioned. Has a formal interview set up with them. I think he said 27 out of 32 teams he's meeting with. Has really big size. I think he'd be a big upgrade there on the back end. People talk about him and Clinton Dix being the two sort of alpha males of this safety class. Now, the Packers last year probably made a big mistake, in my opinion. They did hit on some really good mid-round picks, but they never addressed the safety position. They end up having 9 different spots, or 9 different guys that were drafted, ended up starting significant time for NFL teams. The Packers didn't get one. Now they really need to look at that spot right now in this draft. If they don't get one, I think it could be more downward sledding for them, but we'll have to see how that one shakes out. Well, for Pete Doherty and Wes Pete, thank you for joining us on PackersNews.com throughout the Combine. Stay tuned to our website and newspaper for all your Packers coverage, and until next time, we'll see you later.